Previously on JDZ Plays Goats. JD suffers an agonizing defeat at the hands of some intense competition. But the night's still long, and there's a lot of competition left to play. Will JD find his way through? Stay tuned on JDZ Plays Goats. What up, Goat World? It's me, your boy JD, and I'm back with another Goat format video. First, I just want to say thank you to everyone who decided to come in and continue to watch my videos. It really makes me feel great that people are actually tuning in and providing input to help me improve my game. It means a lot. I feel, in my personal opinion, these videos are pretty old, but I think my game has already come a long way just based on the few interactions that I've had from really good players. That's been kind of helping me a lot. Also, I just want to say a big shout out again to Go Format Discord as always, but special shout out to TK Griffiths and the rest of the judging staff that runs all these tournaments. They do it. I'm pretty sure they do it all pro bono. It's all volunteership, based out of kindness of their hearts. And these individuals have done a serious amount of research. They've crawled through the citadels and the catacombs of all the ancient texts, man, and they grabbed all this information, and they are all a wealth of knowledge, and they know a lot about the rules. And a lot of stuff in Go format, from what I understand, is extremely different than the current format as it goes along. So we do play by the olden rules, and a lot of these individuals in there, man, I just want to say thank you. And they've also helped me a lot with my game as well. So again, if you don't know the rules, it'll help you out a lot. Just get on over to that website. They have all the rules for every single card listed on there. But if there's another very niche specific question that you have, you can get in there and someone will usually answer you relatively quickly with an answer. You may not like the answer because it may, I've been playing this game since it came out, and literally every day I go in there and I learn something new. So shout out to those guys that are doing that. I have noticed on this journey as I've entered this quest, if you will, to try to become a more competitive player. I'm noticing, just looking at my replays and analyzing them and talking to people and getting more information, I'm quickly noticing that throughout my plays, there's somewhere in all my games, especially games that I lose badly. I mean, some games you're just going to lose, but some games that I lose extremely badly, it's 90% of the time, there's just there's a huge lack of focus. I've noticed, and again, I'm not trying to make too many excuses. I'm not in the business of making excuses. Each game that I'm playing, throughout these tournaments or any tournaments or at any time, whenever I'm playing, 90% of the time it's me playing while doing something else. So I'm never completely locked in, which I should be. Or if you want, you have to dedicate more focus to that. So we're gonna get right into that replay. But first, I got a call from my teacher. She said she's not gonna be in today, so we're gonna need a sub. So make sure you guys continue to do that, man. Seriously, we got 35 people in here. We got 35 in here. That's pretty huge. I never thought it would get that high. It's just me. Some weirdo with a camera and microphone playing some cards. So if you want to keep following this journey, when I get to the top, it's gonna be too late to get on. But again, shout out to the OGs, salute to the real ones, man. You guys are making this thing happen. So keep doing it, share it with your friends, tell people about it. And come on, man, we can make it. If you know how to play this game, help me out. If you want to learn how to play this game, a lot of people have been reaching out to me offline and in other places, and they're saying, hey man, this is great. This is exactly what I needed. I'm on the same journey as you. I'm trying to do exactly what you're doing. And this is awesome. For you, this is why we're doing it, because we're doing it together. And if you already made it to that mountaintop and you're not retired, if you just don't play anymore as much, but you still want to contribute, hey, I'm right here. I'm listening to all incoming information. So please continue to do that. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and jump right into this replay. Let's do it. JDZ versus Snatch 92. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into that replay. Like I said earlier, I'm playing against a player named Snatch 92. Again, I don't know a lot about Snatch 92. I checked my records. I haven't played them before. I do know that they are from Italy as well. And like I said, Italy's got a lot of absolute beasts over there. So I gotta be careful. But again, I haven't played them. I don't know what their tendencies are. I don't know what kind of decks they like to use. But one indicator that I like to do, and I'm sure everyone does this, but if you take your mouse and you just kind of scroll over their picture, you can kind of get a snapshot of what their experience is and what their ranking is on the ladder. Some people use this as like an end all be all. I would highly recommend that you don't do that if you're a newer player, because you got to be careful. A lot of people out here using alt accounts. They don't play on the ladder that much. They just come in for these tournaments and they just play. And if you just go, oh, this guy's got 173, you'll get your scouter busted real fast. So it's really important that you kind of just take everyone as what they are, but make sure you treat everyone with respect, because you can go in there overconfident and get absolutely smacked around by someone that you just think, oh, they don't have a lot of experience. But so I'm in here. I don't know much about my opponent, so obviously I'm going to want to go first and make it do what it do.
Round one,
so I throw rock. Opponent throws rock. I throw scissors. Scissors really been punching the clock for your boy in this tournament. I got a couple of wins with scissors. Obviously I'm going to choose to go first. I open with the breaker, Royal Decree, Spirit Reaper, Mystic Tomato, Thunder Dragon. Opponent gets drop off, reinforcement of the army, blast with chain, Sakura 2 armor, Mystic Sword level 2. So just looking at their hand, they're playing some kind of warrior based strategy with maybe some hand control elements, some gear freed, smoke grenade of the thief type stuff going on. So I'm gonna see what I can do. I draw into Nobleman of Crossout. I go ahead and throw out the Thunder Dragon, add 2 more to my hand. No big deal. Textbook. And then I go ahead and set the Mystic Tomato. I do that because if it gets knocked or if something happens to it again, that's kind of why it's there. And I also don't want to just summon it now and then they'll kind of know what I'm trying to do. They'll have more of an idea. So I just set it. It could be anything. Make them react to it. So obviously, if you know anything about this game, you know Warriors setting against Warrior decks is just, you're asking for trouble. This guy's got 1, 2, 3 ways to kind of interact with this face down card right now. So, you know, it's not likely that anything good is going to happen to me with this. Opponent elects to go with level 2. Go ahead and destroys that Mystic Tomato. No effect. And sets the drop off, sets the Sakura armor. I draw. I go into Snatch Steal. Opponent plays drop off. Wow. People back in the day, people used to play drop off all the time, but you don't really see it too often anymore. What do you guys think about drop off? You know, it's 1 for 1. Kind of. That's a really good card that he got that time. So, you know. I go ahead and bring out the breaker here. Just try to pop this bad boy right here and get some damage up. And it works out for me. That's always really good when you can see when you can get a clean hit on the face down and then get a clean kill on the monster with the breaker. You always want to see that. Really good. It'd have been really punished if the opponent would have put this blast with chain down, but you know, that's life. It reads in comments, you know, they're kind of tight with that whole thing going on. Go ahead and set the Royal Decree and pass. Opponent draws to Nobleman of Crossout. Opponent throws out the reinforcement of the army. Go ahead and bring out the gear free, the Iron Knight. So yeah, gear free, blast with chain. You know the vibes. You know things happen when those two come together. Go ahead and throws out the gear free. Goes ahead and sets the blast with chain, and then passes. So now, when my opponent sets the face down with the gear free and doesn't elect to attack, I knew at that moment that there was going to be some kind of gear free blast with chain situation happening. Had I not had this Royal Decree already kind of loaded up, he could easily just flip that blast with chain, pop my set card or pop my breaker or did something to it. So I kind of had an idea of what was going on already, and you know, it just worked out for me. But I think that play, my opponent kind of showed me their hand a little bit, and maybe they should just went ahead and went for the attack, especially when they got this other reinforcement sitting here. You can get through this trap and then see what happens. But what do you guys think? You tell me about it. I draw into the Sinister Serpent, and I go ahead and set the Spirit Reaper. Opponent draws to another Mystic Sword from level 2. Slaps it down, go ahead and zaps my Spirit Reaper, and bonks my breaker. So fully into the driver's seat. You know, being aggressive, doing exactly what his deck is built to do. I draw into Chaos Sorcerer, which is really good for me because if you notice in my hand, I have a lot of cards that really can't do anything. Yeah, from my opponent's perspective, it looks like I have a lot going on, because I have so many cards, but obviously he knows about the Thunder Dragons. He doesn't know about the Knock. He doesn't know about the Sin Serpent I drew into the Chaos Sorcerer. So fortunately, I've been shuffling my hand, so he doesn't know what I drew and what's going on or how dead my hand is. But I go ahead and get the Chaos Sorcerer out. Banish the Breaker, banish the Spirit Reaper. I elect not to use Prio because as soon, like I said, as soon as they put this Blast with Chain down, I knew exactly what it was. So I wasn't afraid of Book of Moon or any kind of stuff like that. I go ahead and hit the Mystic Storm level 2 for a nice bit of damage, and I set Ennoblement as a bluff. Opponent draws into the main deck Zing Zin Hue. Wow, you don't see that too often either. That's a pretty sick meta call. Maybe not. What do you guys think about the main deck Zing Zin? Opponent plays Reinforcements of the Army. Goes in and grabs the gang, obviously. Okay. Go ahead, the gang's all back in town. With Prio, banish, or excuse me, send him to the graveyard. Bonk. Hits me for 18. No big deal. So I'm back against the wall. I draw. I go ahead and get the Dark Mimic level 1. Slap it down, say go. Mind you, like if you look, again, I probably pull up the logs and see. So I'm in the red corner here. My turn will start at 222 and it'll end at 227. It takes me between 5 to 7 seconds to make a move. 5 to 7 seconds, maybe 10, maybe 15. I should probably think more. My opponent, on the other hand, he will start at 231 and he will make a move until 348. You know, no offense to Snatch Steel 92, but you gotta play faster. I mean, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, because again, I'm new to this competitive scene. Maybe I should analyze more of my thoughts and think more about my moves. But I think taking, you know, between 1 to 2 minutes per move in a game like this, I don't know if that's okay. What do you guys think? Tell me I'm wrong. I want to be accountable. Even when I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. But you know, your boy, I'm getting 349. I got 10 seconds and I'm in. I draw, boom, 10 seconds, out. I mean, maybe I should put more analysis to my thought. My opponent, you know, draw 404, 441. Okay, that's not as bad. But again, I think each how long, the question is, how long should a move take between in a match? Especially, and I get it, situations may vary. You know, Cyberjar might go off and you got 10 cards in your hand and you're looking for a way to get a lethal shot in. That's a different situation, but you know, we're in Unga Bunga mode right now. It's not like these crazy moves are happening. So I think 2 minutes is a pretty long time, in my opinion, especially during this game, this game that we're playing right now. The tournament was over at this point. Young Sexy had already made it to the final round. He'd already played like 3 more matches after the match that we played, because there was a huge delay between me starting with Snatch Steel. So I was sitting waiting on Snatch Steel and I start. The tournament is over. Everyone is literally waiting on us to finish this match so we can continue the rest of the losers bracket to get to the winners bracket. So everyone's kind of stressed out. It's super late, and we're just playing really, really slow. So I would say if you're playing in these games, try to make the best moves you can. Take the necessary amount of time that you need, but also think about your opponent and everyone else and try to play at a moderate clip. I think that's fair. No offense. Edit. All right. So I set the Mimic level 1. End up getting Nolan. No big deal. That's why it's there. Get hit for 18. Take it. Boom. I draw into the Metamorphosis, which is pretty sick for me. I go ahead and set the Serpent, play the meta, bring out the boy. Go ahead and declare effect. Take the Gear Freed, hit for 18. Opponent takes it. Opponent draws Mystical Space Typhoon. Go ahead and plays it on the Royal Decree. Sets. Okay, so in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he's got a Sakuretsu armor, maybe he's got a Mirror Force or something. He just wanted to get it off. At the same time, I'm like, hey man, rest. No rest for the wicked. I'm just gonna go ahead and swing in. So I swing in for 18. Let's go. Opponent draws to Trap Hole. When it sets it down. So at this point, I never would have guessed Trap Hole was there. So I'm just going to naturally assume that that's, now that's definitely a Sakura's armor or some kind of torrential tribute or some kind of trap that can interact with my attack or whatever. So I draw the Heavy Storm. Go ahead and slap it down. Opponent plays Blast with Chain on my monster. Again, I mess them up all the time. I don't read my cards. A lot of people don't read their cards, and it's something that happens. But you cannot play Blast with Chain on your opponent's monster. It has to be on your own monster only, which is dope. If Blast with Chain worked that way, that'd be really, really cool, I think. But it doesn't. So now, again, lack of focus. I make another bonehead play. I have this Thousand Eyes here. My opponent's life points are getting pretty low. I should just bring out the Thunder Dragon and just continue the assault. But for some reason, I just don't. I say go, which bozo move. I don't know why I did that. No excuses. Please don't light me up too bad. That was a huge just lack of focus. You gotta pay attention, and I didn't. But anyway, plays the upstart. Go ahead and gives me 1,000. Draws into the Solemn Judgment. I draw into Metamorphosis. Get back the Sinister Serpent, which is cool. If something goes wrong, I can bring another Thousand Eyes. No big deal. So now I decide to get my head out of my my areas or whatever, and bring out the Thunder Dragon and start the assault again. Which, if I'd have did that last turn, this would be game right here. But again, your boy's bad. I make a lot of mistakes, but that's why we're here. That's why this is how you learn, through mistakes. All right. Draw. He gets the Snatch deal, which is great for him. Snatches the Thunder Dragon. Hits me for 16. I deserve all this, even though this game should clearly be over by now. Mistakes happen. Stand my phase. I get 1,000. Set the Serpent. Go into Thousand Eyes again. Opponent says no with the Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment has to negate this Metamorphosis. You cannot negate the Thousand Eyes. I learned that. So if you didn't know that, make sure you again go to the website, check out the rules. That is something that is true. Opponent draws into the Blade Knight, the Burger King, the knife wielding, mayonnaise spreading Burger King. He just smacks me for 36. I gotta take it. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I should have won this game again. But I'm bad. No big deal. I draw into the dopest, most lit Graceful Charity you'll ever get. Oh my goodness, they're right on time. Because I'm like, man, I'm feeling real stupid right now from that. Again, another bonehead play. Each game I've played, I've made a bonehead decision throughout each one. And somebody looked out for your boy on this one and gave me this Graceful Charity. Again, I probably should have won, and then I probably should have lost. And now I got this Graceful Charity, so we'll see how it goes. Get back the Sinister Serpent. Almost didn't do that. Play the Graceful. Draw 3. Discard 2. Bring out the Sword. And then we're going to game 2. And then he's kind of tilted. He's kind of salty about it. I don't know. He's upset. I would be, maybe. But at the same time, you got to understand that this game was, I should have won that game already, and I just messed it up. So fate just kind of came back to me. But he's cool with it now. We're kind of chatting it up. He's side decked for a super duper long time on this one too. Snatch Steel 92, man. I love you, but you gotta speed it up. Have to.
Round 2, fight.
I draw into the Spear Reaper, Sinister Serpent, Zombie the Dark, Breaker the Magic Warrior, Royal Decree. Opponent gets Blast with Chain, Nobel to cross out, Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer, Mystic Sword level 2, Delinquent Duo. Opponent draws Upstart Goblin, slaps down the Duo, and hits the Sinister Serpent. I throw out the Spear Reaper. Again, opponent's tight. Plays Upstart. Let me get another 1,000. Go ahead and sets the Blast with Chain this time. Okay. And just says go. So I'm like, cool. I draw the Book of Moon. I get back the Sinister Serpent. I throw out the Breaker. Pop the Blast with Chain. And hit for 16. Set the Royal Decree. Not the Book of Moon this time. When I actually should set the Book of Moon. I'm tripping, dude. I am so tripping. But it's all good, I want to go ahead and MSTs that Royal Decree. Brings out the Breaker. Hits for 18, and I take 200. Banish the Serpent or Spirit Reaper. Sets. The knock. Pass. All right, so I'm thinking, okay, I got this Umbire to Dark. I can just bring him out, elbow drop Kaiko right in his ball dome, and then keep it moving. So let's see what happens. Bring out this Umbire to Dark. Smonk. Kaiko takes it. Set the Book of Moon. Pass. Opponent brings out Kaiko. Okay. I was thinking Blaster Chain was coming so fast, but you know, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. We all good. I draw into Thunder Dragon. Go ahead and Thunder Dragon up. Oh, no. So I just go ahead and swing in first. I saw someone do this, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool thing to do. I don't know if that's the right play or the wrong play or the order in which you do it, but I draw the Thunder Dragon, and I just go ahead and go to battle phase and try to hit in first, and then I do the discard. What do you guys think about that? I don't know if that's a something or not. I don't think it matters. It books my guy anyway. I go ahead and pitch Thunder Dragon. Get another one. And I'll set the Sand Game and pass. Opponent gets Solemn Judgment. Bring it out level 2. Go ahead and swings on the Zumbira. And I book the Kaiko. I do that because I want him to think that this is something that it's not. Maybe he would use him to attack this instead of the Zumbira, and I can flip it back over with a refreshed 21, maybe. Or he would, I don't know. That opponent, he sees right through my plan, ends up just hitting the Zumbira and then Nobleman's anyway. So there's really nothing I could do. I didn't know he had that Nobleman set. So it was just a lose, but whatever. Opponent sets the Solemn Judgment. I draw into the Tribe Infecting Virus. All right. I go ahead and normal summon the Tribe. And again, my opponent is he's a very, very deep, pensive player. So there's a lot of thought-provoking experience in this game. He's thinking, and he go ahead and Solemn Judgments the Tribe Infecting Virus, which again, not a bad play. Either way, I think it would have worked out for him. He draws to a tribe of his own. Go ahead and flips the Kaiko. Smacks for 18. And smacks for 900. I'll take it. I got no choice. I draw to Mystical Space Typhoon. Go ahead and set it. And I just say go. Because I did that because I don't want to lose my Sinister Serpent. I mean, this game is kind of going downhill for your boy. I'm not gonna lie about it, but you know, losing the Sinister Serpent probably wouldn't be the worst thing, but it's all good. Okay, opponent goes reinforcements of the army, gets out another Gearfried. When summons Gearfried and just hits me for a massive amount of damage. Lose some more stuff in my graveyard, no big deal. It's going downhill. I'm already just thinking about the next round, thinking about how I'm going to combat what I'm seeing right now. And I draw against, again, just the most idiotic Chaos Sorcerer you can get. You know, hate to see it, but you know what? In my heart, I think, and I'm kind of all over the place with this video. I'm kind of just rambling. You know, I'm not feeling too well. I might be a little under the weather or whatever. But in my heart, I am a casual player. Like, I play casually way more than I play competitively. I like having fun. I like playing with people I know. I like laughing. I like to talk and interact and just keep it really light. Things that I have to work on trying to move into this whole competitive scene is just like, okay, how do I balance having fun and making it, you know, something I enjoy doing versus like, hey, this is a competition. You got to compete. You got to crush your enemy at all costs, you know. Like, if my opponent is like tilted, or if they're not having fun, or if they're not having a good time, then I'm not having a good time. And it's just like, okay, why am I even doing this if we're just two mad people doing something? You know, it seems like something that I can't really explain it, but I need to figure out, you know, maybe I need to be more Cobra Kai instead of more, Mr. Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? I need more Beetle. Hey, who cares how they're feeling? Like, if I go in and I open full Trinity and just like really, and my opponent's just like, oh man, this sucks, I hate this game. I'm like, hey man, I got lucky. You know, you're good. I feel bad, and I also, have like self-deprecating stuff on my own self. So that's something I gotta work on, not only in this game but in life. I gotta sweep the leg, I guess. But it is what it is. So we're going on to game 3. Opponent again, side deck for a super duper long time. Okay.
Final round. Fight!
So I get the Metamorphosis, Book of Moon, Zumbire the Dark, Triumphant Virus, Tsukiyomi. Opponent gets Kaiko, Solemn Judgment, Nobleman, level 2, Nobleman. Alright, so I draw into the Black Luster Soldiers. This dude loves to come in my first hand. Like, I don't know, something about it. I hate getting him. I like getting him, maybe around card 12. Between card 12 to 18, I like getting Black Luster Soldier. Getting Black Luster Soldier between cards 1 and 7, I don't really like to see him. Go back to wherever you came from, you maniac. But he comes. Whatever. We're gonna make it pop. I'm going to set the Book of Moon again. Why? I don't know. This tournament, I was just doing that. That was just my go-to. That was my move. Set the Raw Chicken Book of Moon. It never works out. Don't do it. Stupid move. Bad play. Stop. Stop it.
If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
All right. Man, this is like the fourth time I've gone Raw Chicken Book of Moon this tournament. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Just do nothing. Put Zumbire out and do nothing. Like, that's a much better move. I see this now after just a few conversations with some better players. I see this now. My eyes are open. Don't do this. Just stop. Or just do it with Zumbire together. Zumbire is a good start, because they can't snatch him. He can't do anything with it. Just don't, whatever. Zumbire in attack mode is a much better play than Raw Chicken Book of Moon. I realize this now. Relax, breathe, look at your cards, make the best play you can, and just keep it moving. If you lose, then there's always the next time. You try not to lose. You try to build your deck as good as you can. You try to find the best play you can, and you just do it. But I've been doing, like, what's the point of even putting the damn thing down? Like, what am I trying to? Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever, dude. Whatever. All right. So he sets the Solemn Judgment and he sets the Nobleman across out. That was the move. What am I doing? Good grief. Okay. I bring out Tsukiyomi, hoping that I could just, flip this guy, do a little souk juke on him, hit him with it, and then just kind of get on back to the plan. Opponent thinks again, thinking. What I'm saying? That's the. All right. He goes ahead and pops the Solemn Judgment on Tsukiyomi. Which again, that's not the end of the world. I'm not mad at that. That's half your life points for that. I'm fine with that. Less work I got to do. Opponent goes and slaps down Kaiko. Kaiko's good. And go ahead and swings in for 2,000. And swings in for 2,000. And then swings in for 18. But on the 18, I decide, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and play this Book of Moon now to kind of save I'm going to try to save my dark. Maybe I can get a light for this guy and activate him and get him out here. So I don't want to lose my dark just yet. And I don't want to take all that damage. So let's go ahead and Book of Moon the Kaiko. Since I put the damn thing down, I might as well use it. And then that's what I can do. So I draw into the ring. I go ahead and bring out the Tribe-Infecting Virus. I go ahead and pitch for warriors using priority. And then I will go ahead and enter battle phase and try to attack over the little defense Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer. But my opponent plays Mirror Force, which is fine. You want to get those things out of the way as quickly as you can too. I'm going to set the ring and I'm not feeling too terrible about it. Opponent. Go ahead and flips the Kaiko. I got nothing. I wish there was a way to just say, hey man, I got nothing, and just go. I don't know how it is. Again, maybe that's something from the modern game too. You have to ask everything because, from what I understand, I don't play modern, but I think a lot of cards interact with each other more, from what I understand. And you just have to kind of know because effects can just happen on my turn or your opponent's turn. So you have to constantly ask, like, hey, is this good? Is this good? Is this good? But in Ghost, it's a little more simple, man. And if I got nothing, I got nothing. And if I have it, I'll just play it and we can figure it out. It's not like, maybe he's just like, everything is good. I'm like, dude, I got, yeah. So I got nothing. I got nothing. You know. And I told him he can go, man. I'm just like, because I'm at this point, I'm so tired. I am so tired. I'm cranky. I am playing. We're late, and I'm just sending it. I go ahead and ring on the Blade Knight 2K. We both take 2K. And I go ahead and take the 18. Bring me down to 600. And that's another thing I want to ask, like, for all my advanced players and all my people who really know how to thug it out in this game. You've won tournaments. Like, how do you do it? Like, mentally, where's your mind at with this fatigue? Because I'm telling you, I'm tired. I don't play a lot of games. I don't, just get a full work, get off work, sit down, and we're doing this thing, and I'm playing for, hours into the night, and I'm just looking at this computer, and I'm just like, man, I am tired. I want to just take a, sip some night. I am the boomer. I am the boomer that everyone's talking about. Yugi boomer. Yeah, that's me. I'm the guy who's in bed at 9:30. And this thing is way beyond that. So I'm like, okay, how do you guys work that mental fatigue, getting drained, kind of constantly being in, go mode all the time without burning out? Like, because your boy gets burned out pretty quick, and I got to figure out how to do that. So he gets the Tsukiyomi anyway. No big deal. I bring out the Zumbira. I go ahead and smack for, elbow drop off the top rope again. The Lucha Libre himself, Zumbira the Dark, just doing work. This one is quickly becoming one of my favorite cards. I love Zumbira the Dark. I love him. I wish that whole no attack direct, that's really not that big of a deal to me. It does come up a lot, but man, I love Zumbira. Opponent's got nothing, so he sets this dude. Mystic Swordsman level 2. I go ahead and just swing over. I'm trying to play around Torrential Tribute. I'm trying to respect that he has Torrential down here, and I don't want to, just blow my whole board up until I got maybe a light and I can get Torrential, then bring Blackluster out. I go ahead and set the Tsukiyomi. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I should have did something different there. Opponent gets another Dust Tornado, which is not good for them because I don't have anything to set so far. Go ahead and Nobleman on the Tsukiyomi. Which again, the Zumbira can't attack direct, which I probably, again, just bonehead. My opponent's got 1700. I probably should have just went ahead with Metamorphosis, brought out Darkfire or Carbonala Warrior or somebody, and just start bashing for some damage. But, I didn't. I need to be more decisive at the point of attack. Like when I get there and I get to these moments, I always just like, stop. I need to just keep going. Like there's a path to go. Sometimes you gotta go. When your opponent is showing like, hey, they're not doing anything, you gotta go. But I never go. Or I go and it's just always a little late. Opponent gets the Link of Duo. They decide not to play it, which is probably not a bad choice. You got 1700 life points. You want to kind of conserve those. I go ahead and do the Metamorphosis now, which I should have done last turn again, and I could have put myself in a better position because this game